hard time winning bids, there you go. If you're having a hard time winning bids when you go on walkthroughs for home, residential, or commercial cleaning clients, you're probably missing a few things within your walkthrough preparation. The method you're using isn't effective, as well as sometimes you are feeling very nervous. You do not know what to say. There is a pressure on you before you go to your walkthroughs, and you don't know how to overcome this. I'm going to share with you the PPP method that I teach in the Cleaning Boss Accelerator course that is available for purchase early bird right now. So if you are interested and want to know this course is right for you, just message boss and I will reach out to you to figure that out. But first, I want to share a short story. Let's say you want an amazing vacation. You are in the Bahamas. You're ready to go into your excursions. You go to the excursion space and you see two expert guides. Okay. One guide is very intellectual, very smart, very outgoing. You notice that they're wearing a snowsuit and they tend to talk a lot about Alaska. They have all their information, the beautiful mountains, the landscape, all the things you could do in Alaska. And they're just, you love their energy. That's your first guide. Your second guide is dressed in really fun beach attire. They're really excited. They're talking about what you can do in the Bahamas, the jet skis, and you knew that you were just talking about jet skis just a week ago before you came. You always wanted to do the jet skis. They're telling you how to avoid any mistakes of falling off the jet ski. They're talking about all the sceneries that you can see as you go through the oceans in the Bahama, and you're so excited. Both of them you love, but which one are you going to choose to make sure that your trip in the Bahamas is perfect? It's very obvious. I hope you're not choosing the awesome expert that tells you everything about Alaska when you are in the Bahamas. You're going to go with the guide that has exactly what you need to enjoy your excursion in the Bahamas. So you're going to go with that guide. Although the other guide was as friendly and exciting and they knew so much, it wasn't right. It wasn't the right fit for you. And that's the same concept when you are walking into your cleaning bids. You have to be the best guide for your client. You may know tons of information, but if you're talking information that's not going to be helpful to them, they're going to choose someone instead of you, although you were amazing. You just weren't the right fit for their perfect needs. So let's get into what the PP method is so that you are fully prepared to give your potential client the perfect information so that they choose you over other companies. All right. If you are resonating with the information, if you have any questions throughout the live, just ask me and I'll get to you as soon as possible. For those on Instagram, this is live and really geared to my Facebook mentorship group that you can also get in until March 1st. It is free, and then it's a membership of $20 a month. Okay, so let's get into it. The PPP method. So first step is preparation. This is where you want to understand your client needs. You should have already collected as much information as you can prior to that walkthrough. And that is in the form of your intake forms, your pre-quote intake forms. That's in the conversations that you probably had before you booked that call. Your calls should not only consist of when should I come in for a walkthrough, but there should be pre-questions on that call to get an understanding of whether or not you should be even at that walkthrough. If this is not your niche clientele, if they're saying, hey, I want my doggy playroom to be clean, and you have not asked the question of whether or not there are waste there, and your cleaning company does not clean animal waste, then you've wasted your time going to that walkthrough just to tell them I can't help you. So there should be questions prior to having full understanding before you even get into that walkthrough. So your walkthrough is not extensive, it's not long, you're not wasting your time, you have enough information to be very comfortable getting to the walkthrough. The two things that you should be very aware of before you get to that walkthrough is this a right client for you? And do you have enough information to really become confident that you can provide and satisfy this client's needs? Okay, so your first step is preparation, understanding your client's needs prior to that walkthrough. And if you are working with a commercial client, then you should have some information about that business, right? Cleaning for a gym and cleaning for an office is two different things. You don't need to sterilize equipment like you need to sterilize a office, right? You don't have to move as equipment in the gym like you may have to move in an office. So you want to understand that actual business. How long have they been in business? Have they had prior cleaning companies coming in before? Is it 24 hours? Would you be cleaning during office times or during, high traffic times? What does that look like prior to? This is information that you want to know prior to your walkthrough. So that's step number one, preparation, your first P. Your second P, hey everyone joining in on Instagram, and thank you for those who are here on Facebook. Again, ask your questions regarding walkthroughs for this. Today is our productivity and cleaning tip Thursdays. So your P2 is present. This is during the walkthrough. So you are coming in very prepared. You're confident this is the client that's right for you. You have enough information about the company. You know that they are a law firm and they work 8 to 5. You know that these are professional individuals. They don't have time to clean. So you want to wow them with how you're going to professionally make sure that their space is immaculate when they come back after the weekends. Maybe you only clean on weekends and they want their office set up correctly so they get in and make that income. So you want to have that understanding about your client. If you're at home and you want to make sure you heard on that conversation, they were talking about how they just came out of surgery and it's just really uneasy for them to go up the stairs and they can't clean the top floor. You want to make sure that you can be very confident to let them know when you are well enough to go up there. Upstairs is going to be immaculate. It's going to be really organized. You don't have to worry about moving X, Y, and Z. I'm going to get everything out of the way for you. So that's the confidence you need to come in, understand your clients before. In your present now. So what you should be doing in the present state of your walkthrough in this part of the method is arrive on time. You should not be coming in improfessionally late whatsoever. There are circumstances, maybe there's weather, maybe there's traffic, but you should have given yourself much time to be at that location, at least 10 minutes prior to. If it's a home, respect their time. If you are there earlier, let's say 10 minutes earlier, give them a call and let them know, hey, I'm actually outside. Would you like me to wait 10 more minutes or are you ready for me? When it comes to a commercial office, it's easier for you to get into the building because you're usually going to be talking to the receptionist. I highly recommend if you're going to a commercial setting to go in early because you don't know where your primary contact is going to be. Let's say they are a little bit late in a meeting, at least the reception or someone or staff can let them know that you are here and that you're not getting there right on time just to know that they're not going to be ready for the next 50 minutes. You do want to give them that understanding that you're here and you want them to understand and respect your time as well. They should not be keeping you waiting 30 minutes. That also could be a very, very clear sign that there is a red flag client for you if they're, not respecting your time in that way. Okay. So when your preparation, you should be in your present during the walkthrough time, arrive early on the actual time of the walkthrough. Sometimes when it comes to residential clients, you could also give them an ETA or text letting them know maybe an hour before, I am on the way to your walkthrough. Especially with home clients, they may forget that you are doing a walkthrough today. So giving them that heads up that you are coming, I'm on my way, an hour, it gives you also a leeway to know if they forgot, you can reschedule it or let them know that, okay, can we come in the next 2 hours then, okay? But giving them ETA would also help them. Arrive early. So when you get there, you want to be able to build a relationship right at the bat. Ask them how their day was, having small talk. Just shake those nerves right off the bat. Not only for you, but for them. If this is a first time having a walkthrough, they don't know what to expect. So get them warmed up for what you are about to go through with them. During the walkthrough, they should get a short, brief agenda of what's happening today. So you're going to go in, hey, nice to meet you. How was your day? Awesome. So I'm really excited that you have us here to see your property for a potential partnership with you. What we're going to do today, I know we only have 15 to 20 minutes. Let them know that timeline, okay? For two reasons, you have other cleans to do or other clients to do. You need to be in and out within 15 to 20 minutes, especially when it comes to commercials. They don't have all day for you to be walking around their home, and you don't want them to rush you. You want to set that authority right away and let them know, I have 10, 15 minutes to walk through your property, get to understand your needs so that I can provide you with the best service that fits the budget and your understanding for a potential partnership with I would say cleaning services. How did that sound? Perfect. Okay. So now you're actually going through the walkthrough. You should already have a few questions, further questions to ask through the walkthrough. Have anywhere from 3 to 4 questions. There are certain questions that you want to ask. I do provide those questions in my document swipe form file that's on sale now. Or if you invest in the course, you would obviously get all of that information when it comes to what you should ask prior to what you should ask during, some follow-up questions and things of that nature, get all that information. But essentially, you are asking questions on just determining what areas do they actually need you to touch, which areas they don't want you to touch. When it comes to offices, are you touching the papers or documents on the actual desk or not? When it comes to, let's say, daycare, am I touching the toys? Do you want me to sanitize that? Or is there a separate day? Would you like us to come in? So there's certain questions you want as much information as possible so you could create the best proposal and the best quote according to their needs. Okay. Well, during your walkthrough, you should always be taking pictures. I highly recommend pictures so that when you walk away from that walkthrough and you're building up the proposal, you're not forgetting what you've seen. You take pictures. Also, when it comes to commercial, you would want some kind of measuring tape, or there's an app for it. If you want the app, I can link the one that I use down below. It is a measuring app. It will help you scan the room and you measure the square footage of different floors. Okay. And the reason when it comes why you want to do that is because it takes different time for vacuuming carpet or wiping down hardwood floors or wiping down a general high traffic space. Okay. You usually just need a sweep with a high volume sweep and a big mop. That's a quick walkthrough versus a vacuum where you need to take off little things off the floor, plug it in, unplug it, depending on what kind of vacuum you have, it takes a bit longer. So you want to know the square footage of the different types of floors they have, and as well as the entire home. The property of commercial. When it comes to residential cleaning, you don't necessarily, most homeowners know the square footage of their home. So they will tell you that. If not, what I would suggest is that you take the square footage of their main areas versus so the kitchen, the bathrooms, and the living space. And then when you know that general area, you kind of know the general area of how much the entire home is. So you could use that as a reference point. All right. So that's what you're doing during your walkthroughs. Okay. Being very respectful of your client's time. If you do need more time to get more pictures, ask the questions, get through the entire space, and then ask them, especially when it comes to their home. The client's home, a residential home, you're gonna ask them, is it okay if I do a quick walkthrough on my own? I know that you may be busy. Is that okay? If it's coming to a commercial, usually they don't mind. They do the only thing. It's a commercial space anyways. You could be walking around anyways. So you go ahead and walk through the space once again if you need more time. All right, so that is your present state. We just went over the first P, which is the preparation stage. Now, we just talked about the present stage, and now we're going to talk about the proposal stage. Once you have summarized with your potential client what has happened. Thank you so much for the time. We have been able to understand your needs, and we want to make sure that we have the best proposal set up for you. So what we're going to do is that within 24 hours, I'm going to create a proposal and I'm going to email to you. You should be talking to the primary contact anyways. And then from there, you can agree to the proposal and we will move forward. So now we're in the proposal stage. Once you have left the property, you should immediately send over a thank you email with a brief suggestion. Hey Siri, with a brief suggestion, brief overview of what you've spoken about in that walkthrough, and then letting them know shortly after we will send a full proposal. I do have a proposal template, again, in the documents file available for purchase, or if you do purchase the Cleaning Boss Accelerator, all that comes as a bonus. Right, so after you get that thank you email, within 24 hours, you should build up your full-blown proposal. Your proposals obviously could include the company's name, your name, a little bit about your company, okay? So I feel like a big mistake that most cleaners do, especially new cleaners, is that you're just doing a blurb. Here, this is your quote. And a lot of people could do that. By all means, if that's all you have, go ahead and do it. But I believe the reason why I stand out as a cleaning business and why a lot of my clients are raving about the professionalism of what I do as a business is that I break down, I actually give a PDF form, and then I talk about my business in a way that highlights their needs. So it's going to be very personalized and customized to them. So if I'm talking to a law firm, I'm not going to say cleaning service has been around for 6 years and we are so amazing. We have all these reviews. That's great. And by all means, if they could want to Google that, they can find that. But they want to know what cleaning service can do for them. You had an extensive preparation stage and an extensive present stage. You should have so much information that's going to woo them. So if I went through that office and I noticed that they didn't like that their previous cleaner forgot to take out their garbage, what my cleaning blurb is going to say, here at cleaning services, we pay attention to detail. We have cleaning lists that make sure that our cleaners do not forget little things like garbage bins, and making sure that we put items in the proper area so that you don't smell garbages or you don't trip over things when you come back to the office. So we're going to say those things. Your about you should be really about them, especially that you had a really extensive conversation with them and their needs, okay, in that proposal. Next, I'm going to show a little bit about my previous work, maybe before and after pictures within that proposal, and then I'm going to go break down the agreement. So when it comes to questions, you can ask what is the method of payment that they prefer. Sometimes they're going to pay checks. Sometimes I had a client pay in like an automatic stage. So I gave them the proposal and they just set up a payment online. So just having that clarity before you leave would be good too, because in your actual proposal, you're going to be talking about the potential net payment. So whether you do net 30, which is basically on the day you send over the invoice, they have 30 days to pay it, or net 15, send the proposal 15 to pay it. And then depending if you're doing routine or one-time clean, all my one-time cleans is due on the date of on the invoice. I don't do like net 30 on those, but if it comes to routine, then it's either net 30 or net 15. And you're going to be breaking that down as well as in that proposal, what that payment looks like, what is the routine looks like, things that should have already gotten information during the walkthrough or prior to, and then obviously what that proposal amount is. And then you will let them know in that proposal, it's all curated, created, and in the email now is, thank you so much again for your time. If you could click on the PDF, you have the proposal down below. Please email back. Preferably, I like to put the date within 24 hours. But when it comes to some commercials, it does take time because depending on who the primary contact is, they're busy people. It could be anywhere from 7 days to 17 days. Then getting back to you, commercial is a whole different ballgame when it comes to clients of homes, you're probably going to get that response within 28 hours to 48 hours. But again, in the actual course, I break down and give you templates of what an email follow up should look like. This is also part of your proposal stage. So when you send that out, you send out the email, give them a date. Hey, I'll love to hear back from you within 24 hours, or you actually put the date of 24 hours. Today was February 11th. Okay, February 11th, we'd love to hear back for you. Okay, if you do not hear back for them, you should be following up immediately after. Okay, whether that is a call. Hey, John, I just sent over the proposal to you. If you just check your email, you will find that there. Okay, do not be shy. Okay, they called you for a reason. They want cleaners. If you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting, someone else is doing it before you, and that's where you're losing your bids. So you should be immediately following up with them right after you send that proposal. Give John a call, give Sarah a call, let them know that you just sent over the proposal. If you do not hear back within 24 hours, give them an email. Hey, did you have the chance to check over the proposal? Then another email, let's say within 48 hours to 5 days, haven't heard back from you, but by then you should have some kind of response. And then your response within 14 days is a call, letting them know, confirming the interest of your cleaning business. Whether it's a yes or no, it is still a win, because if it's a no, you want to know why exactly went with somebody else. Was it price? Was it, maybe it was the professionalism? Maybe you did come in late. You want to know the information so that you're learning from that experience, and then asking them, I'm really appreciative of the opportunity. Can I follow up with you within 6 months to see if you are still happy with your current cleaners? Don't ever think that you lost a client. Okay, I will be the first one to tell you, I had people say no to me once before. 6 months later, they're calling me and I'm their happiest service that yet. Okay, so don't ever lose anyone as a potential client, because that person could also be like, okay, they don't need your services, but do you know anybody near you that may be looking for cleaning services? Especially if the only reason why they didn't get you was because, let's say, they had someone else who does their previous buildings. It just makes sense to go with them, but they liked you. They can suggest you as well. All right. So that is the 3P method of the perfect walkthrough to win your bids: preparation, your present, and your proposal. Bonus is the approved offer stage, where after they do approve your offer, you're going to now send over a printable form of the proposal so they can, printable or digitally signed. So it's able to be digitally signed. Okay, so you can have them digitally signed it, or you go in and have them actually sign it. And then whether you digitally signed it, you want to be able to get more information so that you can start cleaning. And that information would be, how are you going to access the building? How do you access the home? When would you like to book? When it comes to residential, is it within this week, next week? And you set that up, and having all the information. When it comes to residential, is a little bit more extensive. Maybe you do want to have a quick call with them so you know exactly how to make sure you can be able to provide that service successfully, understanding where the garbage disposal is, understanding who is supplying or where to get the supplies on the site, and things of that nature. Okay, everything is again breakdown with printables, templates, scripts within the Cleaning Accelerator Boss. If you want more information on that course, then you can email me or comment below boss, so we can figure out if this course is right for you. Thank you so much, my friends. I don't see any comments here on Facebook, so I'm going to close out for now. And thank you, YouTube. Come on YouTube too. All right, bye guys. See you.